Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. Things like that. Well, she said it's all gonna end and it might as well be my fault. And she only sleeps when it's raining, and she screams and her voice is strange. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely.
Being able to keep students actively engaged is one of the most important jobs that an educator has. This is because when students lose interest, this is when the rates of dropouts begin to rise. Keeping the students motivated and engaged in their learning can be linked to reduced dropout rates and increased student success. According to the text by Nathan Cohen, students become more engaged when higher level teaching strategies and techniques are implemented, when instruction is exciting, and when the roles of the teachers and the students vary. Even though an educator knows that they need to keep the students engaged, this is not always the easiest task to accomplish, and this can be a challenge even for a veteran teacher. This is especially difficult when the students get older and they feel that they have more important things to do or are worried about what their peers may think of them. As an educator, we should always look for new ways to encourage and promote active engagement of our students in the classroom. We should work to make sure that the students understand what they are being taught and that they are not just memorizing facts for the time being. Students get bored in their classes, and this is what leads to low class participation. So educators need to work to address this issue. The most important thing that I can do as an educator is use various activities. According to the text, variation in activity is critical for learners' interest and for their motivation. Inductive models of teaching can be used, and this is when the students are given pieces of information. They then actively form conclusions on their own. Students must construct their own learning through interaction with the environment according to the text. Concept attainment would also be a very entertaining way to have the students learn a lesson. This is when a game-like environment is used for the students to learn a concept, such as the game of Jeopardy! Cooperative and group work can also be an asset in a history class. There are so many different activities that can be implemented in a classroom as group projects, from skits about different events in history to class presentations over key historical figures. Educators need to realize the potential of their students, and they need to set high goals for them to reach, and engage them in higher levels of thinking. Umbrella questions provide this higher level of thinking, and that is important to keep the students engaged, and this could be used as the beginning of a lesson to find out what exactly the students already know about a particular subject. Problem solving can also be used to engage the students in higher levels of thinking and to see what they already know about a subject. When using problem solving, it is important to explain to the students that there is no right or wrong answer, and that I am looking for what they know about the subject, what their opinion is. There are important lessons that can be developed from problem solving as well, according to the text, such as developing the ability to make life decisions, raising the awareness of the complexity of real-world issues, acquisition of or exposure to a body of knowledge, motivation of learning through use of professional relevant material, and developing the capacity for self-directed learning. In order for teachers to be able to implement all of these ideas, they have to have effective planning skills, and they must always establish their goals and objectives. Another tool that can foster higher level thinking is assessments. Teachers should carefully use the
It's nothing but I'm running scared is all. Well, I hang on everything about you. You think I've settled down? She said, I don't know if I've ever been good enough. I'm a little bit rusty and I think my head is caving in. And I don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me, and I feel I'm packed and I'm holding, I'm smiling, she living, she golden, she lives for me.